So you got promoted before you thought you should have gotten promoted?
Yeah.
That doesn't happen very much.
I'm not on the diamond level yet.
Okay, so you've been losing a lot, I suppose?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, that's most of the time what happens. Like, people get promoted into a higher division or like a higher league, and then all of a sudden,
Yeah.
things go horrible because, you know, people are better. That's cool though, because we haven't done any high level coaching in a while, so it's always a bit tricky because obviously you already pretty much know how to play this game.
Yeah.
But we can see what happens anyway. Could you join group LowkoTV on the EU server?
Yeah.
So I can invite you into a party. As soon as people talk with a German accent in English, people instantly say you sound like TLO. It's kind of funny. TLO is trolling big time. I doubt it, guys. I doubt it. Speak German? My Deutsch is nicht so good. Are you in the chat, sir?
Yes.
Okay, cool. What's your nickname?
Bobby.
Bobby. Okay, hold on. I guess let me get in there. I don't see you. Oh, there you are. There we go. Okay,
Yep.
cool. Okay, cool. You actually have played quite a lot of games. Whoa, you went from silver to diamond in one...
Yeah.
Whoa! Whoa, is this your first, like your second
Yeah.
season playing?
Yeah. Yes.
That is...
Started playing like 4 months ago, and yeah.
That is very impressive, dude. Wow, okay, cool. So, things have been going quite well, going from silver to diamond in one season.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna just have a look at your statistics for now. Yeah, that's quite awesome. Season 1 silver, playing some team games, and all of a sudden, bam, diamond. That's very, very nice. Now people are clearly calling you a TLO Smurf account, man. Okay. So your Zerg versus Terran is actually very, very good.
Yeah, yeah.
78% win versus Terran. That is literally 4 out of 5 games. It's very cool. Then your ZVZ, I guess, is just somewhat your worst, which is 46%, and then your Zerg versus Protoss is 53% win. So, how come Zerg versus Terran is so high, man? What have you been doing?
A lot of bandling busts.
Okay, that works. That's good though, because that is a pretty crazy win percentage, man. I'm kinda jealous with that. Anyways, what would be your match, like your worst matchup, you would say?
ZVZ.
Definitely ZVZ?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good, because then we can actually find someone who we can play against as well. Because, you know, sometimes it's hard to find like a master level Terran or whatever we want to be facing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bobby has just been playing a lot of games, guys. He's been playing very well. Anyway, would you say you choose a lot, or is it just CVT?
I like the macro game more than cheese.
Okay, that's cool. Now I was just wondering if you like cheesed your way all the way to diamonds.
No,
but,
no.
Okay, that's cool. So what we can do is either watch like a replay of you playing versus a Zerg, or we can have you play versus someone from the chat if you want.
I can play against one from the chat.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So guys, what we need is someone who is currently diamond. I am a diamond Zerg. If you need a partner, wow, that was quick. Okay, awesome. Mr. Nevermore, he is indeed a diamond level Zerg. He plays a lot of games. Rank 40. That should be pretty solid. Cool. I will send you a party invite as well, so if you could accept that, that'd be awesome. Cool. So what do you usually do in ZVZ? Is there like one certain strategy you go for, or is there a couple?
I really don't know what to do in CVC. I always lose against early circling pressure, and yeah.
Okay. So do you usually play like roaches, or do you usually tend to play mutas?
Roaches.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Because that's basically like the two styles that are happening the most right now. So usually what is the easiest way to do this is that I let you like just play one normal game.
Okay.
Versus what is his name exactly? Let me have a look. Versus Nevermore, who's also a diamond. And I will just sort of watch, and we will just sort of just try and play a normal game, and hopefully we can figure out a couple of patterns so we can start off somewhere. And after that, I can try and give you a couple of pointers, after which we can play another game or maybe another 2 games, depending on how things go.
Okay.
So do you have any maps you prefer, or is there? It doesn't really matter.
No, it's no.
Okay, let's just play Overgrowth. That seems to be a pretty cool map right now. But considering you say you don't have a clue what you're doing in ZVZ and you still got 47% win, I mean, that's a good indication, right?
Yeah.
That's a pretty good thing. Okay. Ready, Nevermore. So, whenever I'm talking too much, by the way, just let me know, and just feel free to shut me up.
Yeah, okay.
It's like Lowko. Shut the fuck up, dude. Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Let's do it. So I'm just gonna watch this game through your vision as well, and we'll see what happens. Now, obviously, it might be a bit tricky with someone like talking in your ear, which you might not be used to, and you know, there's obviously people watching you play as well. But just try and ignore that and just try and play a normal game. And you know, if it's annoying, that's cool. I understand if it not goes like it usually goes.
First game of the day, and I'm very nervous.
Yeah, I understand. It's cool though. No pressure. We're not losing ladder points here.
Yeah.
Cool. That APM, man, it's already going strong. It's good. So, do you usually play like Link Baneling in the early part of the game, or do you tend to open up like, you know?
I prefer gasless builds.
Okay, okay, that's cool. Why is that Terran music playing? That makes no sense. Or is this Zerg music? I don't even know. People are already calling that you should play Swarm Host, but I don't think it's a good idea in CBZ. So did you ever get any like coaching before, or?
No.
Okay, that's cool. Oh, this is Brood War music. Ah, okay, I forgot about that. That is why. Cool. I never play with music on in StarCraft.
Yeah.
If I would play Terran, I would probably always play with music on, let's be honest. The Terran or like the Zerg music is just kind of depressing. So what do you usually face? Is it like standard Link Baneling stuff, or is it like Roach aggression or Roach
A lot of
knowledge?
10 pools.
A lot of temples, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, the standard Link Baneling stuff, yeah, it's That's what I faced the most.
It makes sense. This is StarCraft II music? Really? Okay, guys, I really need to play more with music on. I'm not even aware. Anyways, people asking what level Bobby is. Bobby started as silver last season, and now he's all the way up to diamond already, which is honestly very impressive. So this is just the first game we're playing right now. I'm just having a look at exactly, you know, the things he's been doing. So far, it's Grandmaster League level. So far, so good. So we will see. Keep in mind, this guy is about a half league higher than you, so it might not go as well as you would like to, but I think you can take him on, to be honest. Like, this is looking very, very solid. So, what do you usually do when your opponent goes Muta? Do you have like one certain strategy, or?
Most of the time I have enough roaches to just yeah, kill him.
Okay, yeah. I was just wondering. A lot of people sit back when they see mutas, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Okay.
Okay, so he's going for a third too.
Our drones are under attack. Are under attack. Metamorphosis complete.
These are nice timing. So would this be like how a normal game goes for you? It's like pretty
Uh,
average, or?
No, all of my enemies play Bane.
Okay, okay, cool. So do you have any troubles like defending that at all in the early game, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I just wrote down a couple of things already that we can quite easily change. Just to, you know, allow you to tighten like the build order a little bit. But honestly, like what I'm seeing so far is really, really solid. This would have been easily Master League like a half year ago. I'm not even kidding. Except for like a couple of things. And obviously me whispering in your ear doesn't really help with with concentration.
Mutation complete. Our forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack.
Okay.
Nah.
I think you got that actually.
Forces are under attack.
I mean, I like how you're not looking at the battles all the time, by the way. That's actually a good thing, yeah. You out-macroed him pretty hard, dude. And honestly, you slipped pretty hard in macro as well. That's why I'm saying, like, that would easily be Master League a couple of months ago. Because considering you got like 2,500 gas, you've done all of this out of... Or 3,500 minerals, and you've done all of this out of 3 gas guys here. Okay. We'll probably get an overseer here because he's been burrowing like a bitch. But
Yeah.
Our forces are under attack.
well,
Oh,
that was a mid-diamond level player, man.
yeah.
Okay. So in general, that game went very, very well. But like you said, you know, it isn't exactly what you see all that much from the ladder when you actually play versus real players.
He
But
didn't touch me the whole game.
no, he didn't really do much aggression. It's a very passive play by him, but it makes sense though. Like this, there's players that play like that. You will start facing this a whole lot more often as well. You move up because at some point people realize that Ling Bane attacks aren't really going to do very much. But yeah, that was honestly already very well played. Now I did write down a couple of things that I would change up if I were you. And I think the easiest way to do this is actually just to go into replay and have a look at it, so I can actually point them out. But well played, man. That was nice.
Thanks.
Nevermore. Nevermore. Come on, dude. Or maybe it's you. I don't know. Yeah, we can have you play against a couple of different ones. Okay, this guy's master. We're gonna play a master next. Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Let me thank Nevermore. Thank you, dude. GG, well played. We're gonna take a Master League next, okay? I don't know if you can take him, but we will see.
I'll try it.
Wait, did I not invite the right player? No, I did not. Did I not? Oh yeah, I did actually. Huh? Why is his... His portrait is diamond, except his league is master. That makes no sense.
Wings of
right
Liberty Master. He's the Wings of Liberty Master.
there. Oh.
Yeah.
Who plays Wings of Liberty? Okay, I can't... I can't... never mind, we can't do that, dude. Need someone... well spotted. Yeah, we need a low master in HOTS, dude. Either like a high diamond or a low master, okay? If anyone is high diamond or low master, please join the group LowkoTV on the EU server. But let's have a look at this replay first.
Okay.
Cool. So I only wrote down really a couple of things, and most of them come down to literally just sloppy little mistakes that aren't really necessary. It's probably just because you haven't played as many games with the build before, and I think that's pretty much the only reason. So, first off, you know, the early part of the game is all cool. We can speed that up. But the first little thing I would change, and that pretty much all the Korean Zergs are doing when they open up Gasless, is that as soon as they start saturating the natural, they will instantly start a spine crawler.
Okay.
So basically, like the first drone that moves down to the natural, this one right here,
Yeah.
that one would pretty much always be instantly turned into a spine crawler. And if you would think about the position of that spine crawler to make sure that it's in range of the ramp, so that's right there. If you make sure that your spine is in range of the ramp, you can actually defend Zergling, Baneling all-ins quite easily, because what you do is you put the queens on the ramp.
Yeah.
And if your spine crawler is in range, like Ling Bane is really not going to do very much. So in this situation, you would put the spine right next to the right side of the hatchery on the low ground.
Okay.
Let me actually write it down so I can copy paste it to you in Skype afterwards. So spine crawler with the first drone that arrives at the natural. Okay, that's the first thing. Second thing, what you also want to start doing at this point in the game is that as soon as you have your spawning pool done, you want to be making one set of Zerglings. 1 or 2 sets of Zerglings is usually enough. And what you use those for is literally just the scouting. So what you were doing with this Overlord in this game, you're gonna be doing with the Zerglings instead. And most of the time, in the early part of the game, especially when you make 2 sets of Zerglings, you can actually get into the main base and check the gas geyser. So most of the time what happens is that you make these Zerglings right around right now, and they finish up and you instantly stand them across the map. And what you use them for is to literally just have a look right there at that gas geyser. What you will start noticing once you start doing it is like certain gas patterns. So if you click on the gas geyser, you can actually see exactly how much is remaining, and you can sort of calculate whether or not he went for a gas geyser before the spawning pool. And therefore you can figure out if he's gonna play aggressive or if he's gonna play passive most of the time. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
So that is what, you know, the second thing that would change. So as soon as the spawning pool finishes, 2 to 4 Zerglings. They also are very useful for like when your opponent goes for like 4 links, because queens are not really that good at holding off links in the early part of the game.
Yeah.
Other than that, you know, your opponent wasn't playing aggressive in this game, but just in case he would have played aggressive, those 2 little things would already change quite a bit.
Okay. Yeah.
Then the 5-minute double gas was nice. The one thing that I would probably just do to make it a little bit easier on yourself is instead of making a gas geyser in the main base, I would just make the gas geysers in the natural. So what happens, because you know for a fact you already have 18 drones mining in the main base, you might as well just take them at the natural so you don't mess up your saturation.
Yeah, okay.
So that's the tiny thing. I'm not going to write that down, but it's just for convenience sake. You handled that very well though.
Game resumed.
So there we go, double gas geysers. Okay. Now usually when you start the double evolution chamber at the natural, you add on 2 more gas geysers. So instead of going for 3 gas, you go instantly up to 4 gases. And the 4 gas just allow you to keep producing roaches non-stop, and it will basically stop you from piling up all that gas as well, because your queen and jacks were pretty spot on in this game. Like, your queen and jacks were very, very solid. You just didn't have enough gas to really support non-stop roach production. So, once you start the double evolution chamber, I think you start 1 gas geyser right now, or maybe start it a little bit later. Yeah, you start 2 instead.
Okay.
So when you start the double evo, start 2 gas. And that's really a tiny little thing, but it allows you to just make way more roaches, and that's pretty important. And then I honestly didn't have any more points until you were already at lair attack, and you were actually done, because up until this point it's all minor little things. So you start +1/+1 at a solid timing, you start roach speed at a solid timing. And then the next thing you probably want to do is that when you make your first batch of roaches, which you are doing right now, you're starting like 3 or so of them. What you start doing at this point is that you already want to try and get this 3rd base up. So most of the time what you do is you rally the roaches straight to your 3rd base, and when the roaches come out, you send a drone after it, so you can take it right away, because you were, you know, kind of late on taking that 3rd.
Yeah, okay.
So after the first roaches, send a drone to the 3rd. So it's all really minor things, honestly, but that's what happens in Diamond League.
Yeah.
And then also another thing I would change right now is that I would go for an overseer right away. So the overseer is literally just gonna be for scouting purposes. So you already have overlords in production or like into, you know, at the 3rd, you know exactly what is up. But I would probably morph this guy right here into an overseer. And scout around exactly what he's up to, because you know for a fact if he is going roaches, that you are ahead. Like, you know that you are ahead right now, simply put, because you know you have a bigger economy than him, and you had a more efficient early game without like going for link speed and all that. So most of the time you use the overseer to scout exactly what is up, and maybe later on into game to like contaminate like a hatchery if you want, but that's not the biggest of deals. But at least you want to be working on that scouting thing.
Yep.
So that's overseer at lair right away. And then honestly, like, the only other things that I wrote down are even littler things than that. Such as, when you make creep tumors like this, don't make too many. 4 are plenty. You want to have your other 2 queens just saving up gas, because most of the time what happens is that you move the spine crawler that you have in your natural, you move that over to your 3rd base, right? You will move that over, and if you have 2 queens with full energy to transfuse it, you will be able to hold much more timing attacks from your opponent. So usually what you do is you throw down no more than 4 spine crawlers and that's it, or no more than 4 creep tumors and that's it.
Okay.
So yeah, I will just write that down as well. But you know, it's literally like the littlest thing. No more than 4 tumors, because at some point you throw down like 8 more tumors or something, which isn't really necessary.
Yeah.
And then, oh yeah, I had one more thing that I would change out as well. That is a little bit later in this game. Is when you take the 3rd base and you're droning up the 3rd base, you got a bit too many drones there, and that may sound a bit silly, but most of the time, if you want to produce non-stop roaches with +2/+2 upgrade, the only thing you need is 2 bases of full saturation, like you're having right now. With 4 gas geysers, and you want to get between like 8 to 10 drones at the 3rd base. So you only get about 8 to 10 on here, and then you go straight back into roaches, because that is all you really need to produce non-stop roaches. And whenever you do see that you indeed are piling up gas, you can start that macro hatchery like you're doing right now.
Okay.
So instead of going for like full base saturation that you're going on in this base a little bit later, you go for about 8 to 10 drones, and then you go back into roaches. Because then your 2/2 timing attack is a lot stronger. So it's all tiny things, but you know, they add up. And other than that, like, Queen and Jacks were solid, upgrade timings were very solid, the times you move out were very solid, and yeah, like, you out macroed them pretty hard already in this game, but I think if you do it like this with those slight little changes, you might be able to actually handle a Master League player as well. I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest.
Okay.
But we'll see. We'll see. Do you have any more questions, or does that make sense?
No.
Okay. So the things I wrote down, I will post them in the Skype chat as well. So that is a spine crawler right when you finish up the natural.
Yeah.
And then when you finish up the natural, you pool finishes as well, and you make a couple of Zerglings for scouting. When you start the double evolution chamber, you start 2 more gases instead of 1 gas. And after your first roaches spawn, you send a drone to the 3rd and make the 3rd base. Then also when you start the lair, you start an overseer. No more than 4 tree troopers and no more than 8 to 10 drones at your 3rd. So,
Okay.
minor things, but let's see how it goes.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Shadow Fork. I think Shadow Fork is gonna be a bit high up. Is he? Oh, he's Diamond. Okay, we can take him. We can take him. Shadow Fork, I can't invite you, sir. Well, I'm gonna try Shadow Fork once more. See, that's the nice thing whenever we do Zerg versus Zerg coaching, because there's so many people to practice against. Oh, there we go. Cool. So yeah, just a couple of minor changes. In this game, I will try and talk you through the things you should be making, so hopefully it's a bit easier. But once again, just try and play the best you can. Oh fuck.
Shit.
Oh shit, your turn! Okay, okay. My bad. Oh, Arbiter is Shadow Fork is in the game.
Oh shit.
Oh no, he's not. Okay, cool. The technology is not there yet.
So, okay.
I was already gonna compliment you on your choice of playing purple, man, but it was me. It was me. Yeah, someone in the chat is asking what is better, attack upgrades or armor upgrades. In general, attack upgrades are much better in Zerg vs Zerg. They're just, you know, they're just better. In Roach vs Roach battles, in Link vs Roach battles, in all of that kind of stuff. When you play Roaches, going for attack upgrades is going to benefit you more. That said, the upgrade for the armor is also very, very useful if you actually are fighting Roach v Roach. Because I believe you need +2 attack. Or a +2 armor to counter +1 attack, but it's still it is still a slight little help. So +1 armor is still very useful. Anyways, just play the same opening as you did previously. I mean,
Okay.
I'm sure I don't need to tell you to make an overlord at 9. Like Bobby, come on, man. By the way, if you notice that you're getting 10 pooled a whole lot, you can also switch around the pool and the hatchery timing. you know, the queens are gonna come out a little bit more awkwardly, but you know, it doesn't really matter all that much if you don't feel comfortable going for hedge first. Do you use the camera hotkeys, by the way?
No, I always forget it.
Okay, okay, no, I was just wondering. It might be something you want to try and do as well. It's very useful. Okay, and then a 17 Overlord. Yeah, you don't actually need to hide that third Overlord behind his minerals. You can just sort of put it, you know, right on top of it.
Okay.
Yep, cool. Okay, and just pull that one back. Okay, so when the pool finishes, you want to start 2 queens. And for the first drone that arrives at your natural, you want to make that into a spine crawler. And once the pool finishes, you also start circlings.
Yep.
So there should be one ling move or one drone moving down right now, most of the time. Yep. You make that into a spine. Cool. Then another Overlord. And then we go back into droning. It's just a bit safer versus ling bailing attacks.
Yeah.
Okay, want to queue up the queens. Nice. Another Overlord, and then more drones. Okay, so try and check with these links what is up. Oh, okay. So he's blocking your access into the main, which is a bit annoying, but you didn't see much of anything just yet, so we just have to assume that it's going to be some sort of aggression, but you're good for now. Just okay. Keep on droning. Oh, we didn't start the 4th queen, did we?
Oh.
Oh, it's fine. Yeah. Whenever that happens, just make the 2 evo chambers a bit earlier. So as soon as you can, just make the evos at the front. Once you have the crease thread right there.
Yeah.
Oftentimes, you also want to put down a creep tumor with your queen. Okay, what is that? Click on that. It's a roach warren. Okay, cool. So you might go for a bit of aggression. Want to start double evo. And try and scout out if you went for a lair or not. With your links. Oh, that's too bad. Okay.
Shit, fail.
That's cool. Okay, so there could be some aggression coming out very soon. So you want to be making your own roach warren as well.
Our drones are under attack.
Road drones. And you want to start more gas geysers now too, in the main base. And make a whole lot of drones. Now, look at the minimap really quickly. At his natural, what is that? Is that a queen? Okay, cool. I thought for a second it was the roaches. He's getting an evo chamber, so we're good to go. Just start upgrading. Okay. Now you're gonna be having more gas guys or gas than you're used to, which is cool. Just keep it in mind. Okay, want to be starting plus or roach speed rather, global reconstitution. And you want to be starting an overseer right now, as well as the 3rd base, because we see his turret is already up. Okay, cool. Now we want to start non-stop roach production. We need to get as many roaches out as possible. Okay, you want to try and spread some creep towards that 3rd as well. So you can move over the spine easier. Double overload production and then more and more roaches. Yep, cool. You might also want to move that overload from his 3rd base. Because it might die.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so just make sure you do that timing attack that you did previously as well. There's a couple of macro slip-ups this time around. This guy is a pretty high level. He didn't really make any slip-ups so far, so just make sure you keep on going. And then while you're moving out, once you're moving out with these roaches, you want to make about 8 to 10 drones for your third base. So just rally your hatcheries towards your third right now. And then once you're moving out, when roach speed finishes, that is when you start making yep, okay. That is when you start making about 8 drones. Okay. So right now you go back into roach production instantly, and you want to start +2/+2 as soon as you can. Just don't overcommit with these units. He might have out-macroed you though. Ooh, he's moving out. Do you see him on the minimap? Just keep on going. You're forcing him back with this. Okay, make non-stop roaches right now, and you might want to pull back. Okay, cool. Queen eject, and just send them back home. Okay, and a whole lot of roaches. So economically speaking, you're slightly ahead, because he didn't really have any drones at his third base. You just need to make sure you hold this attack right here.
Okay.
So set up a concave on the top of the ramp. And try and hold this. It's quite tricky. Yeah, I think he might have just barely out-macroed you right there. Just attack me, don't worry too much about it. Yeah, he is probably just barely out-macroed you. Just having the build order a little bit tighter and hitting the queen injects a little bit better. Because he was pulling ahead in supply pretty early on. But that's cool, that's cool. That's what we get for facing opponents who are a lot higher.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just GG out of that one and then try it again.
Okay.
Anyway, how did that feel though? Did that feel uncomfortable, or was that cool for you?
No, it was cool.
Okay. Yeah, when you go to army value, you know, he was just macroing a little bit better, and when you go to the worker count, he was just ahead in eco at a couple of moments. Wasn't really a whole lot to be said about that. That was well played by him. Okay, do you want to try a different map, or?
Yeah, okay.
Let's go Frost. Doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Let's do this. Okay, Rayon, we might pick you after this one. So yeah, just same strategy, same play.
Okay.
Just a slightly different. Sweet drone micro. You're ahead, man. Your offload is 2 seconds earlier than his. Congrats. This is Zerg music. Yeah, okay, fine. I don't like this one as much. Okay, so redirect the second overlord. Cool. And you can still go for a hatchery first.
Yep.
Now keep in mind, he also knows exactly what you're up to, right? So he might be
Yeah.
cutting a couple of corners. Not going for his own spine, going for a little bit of early at third before making any kind of units. He might even be listening to the stream, so that is also something to keep in mind. I mean, if you would know exactly what he was gonna do, it would be useful. Okay, looks like he went for a pull hatch.
Yep.
You might want to check the main in these sort of situations. Or actually, no, you can't check the main. My bad. If you see a hatch first, then you can check it. I would send my overlord towards his ramp, like the ramp to the left. Yeah, that one right there. It's usually enough to scout anything incoming. And whenever you place overlords in ZVZ, always put them in like an attack location. So that is, for example, the right path on this map, as well as through the middle. Yeah, exactly. Quick learner, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, I didn't explain that properly at all, but you did explain it. It was cool. Okay, I'm gonna rally everything to the natural. Start a couple of Zerglings. And start another queen. And make that drone that is moving down right around now into a spine, and then we make an overlord. Whenever you have two sets of Zerglings, by the way, it might also be useful to wait for them to group up together.
Okay.
Instead of like running them in separately. But now right now we only get one set, which is cool. Wanna queue up the queens. I'll just queue it up already. Cool. Inject, inject. And you might go on a little bit of an overlord hunt if you realize that you can scout that, that not much is happening. Want to make another overlord right now and try and scout around with these links. Good. Drone, drone. Cool. Nice, man. Okay, so he's pulled drones off gas. What does that mean? Well, he probably only mined 100 gas, meaning that he's gonna go for an all-in. So we need to make sure that we hold that. Don't move the queens off creep. Get these injects done. And you might actually just want to make a wall off right now. Well scouted right there. I would actually put 3 Evo chambers at the front and put the Roach Warren like at the back of your main base. And then re-rally the main to the main base. Now you don't want to make too many units. Maybe you want to make like 10 Zerglings or so. Actually, we already see a move out. Never mind. But I think you're good to go. Put your drones or your queens to the natural. And yeah, I don't think he's gonna. Oh, angry queens, man.
Shit.
Okay, and just make drones. Just make drones.
Yeah.
It's good to not overcommit though. That was well done right there. Okay, so you still want to go for a lair?
Yep.
And try and minimize the downtime larvae are available. That's a pretty big thing as well. Just whenever you have a larva available, instantly try and make it into something. You want to start 2 more gas geysers in the natural. And then you want to switch into getting the double upgrades going. Cool. Now you might want to send an overlord next time as well to the other potential third that he could take. So you know exactly when he takes it.
Okay.
Okay, drone. Want to start the second armor, or the armor upgrade. Good. And the lair should be finishing up in a little bit. So when the lair finishes up, you want to start Glio Reconstitution, which is road speed, and you might want to start a couple of overlords right now as well, because a couple of your overlords are under attack. Okay, road speed. You can morph that one into an overseer actually, and you're good.
This one.
Oh yeah, I think it's a bit too late now. You can actually, if you morph it instantly into an overseer, it will actually survive for long enough, but it might die right now though. Okay, want to take down that that middle Evo chamber. You want to go for a third base. No, it actually still spawned. Want to move that overseer though. Yeah. Just check what he's up to and get rid of that middle Evo chamber. Eject. Good. And Move that overseer of yours so you can actually check whether or not there is a third base up for him. If there isn't a third base, we know what's up, right?
Yeah.
Okay, inject. We get the third base. Okay. And roach. Only roaches. Okay, so you're actually passing him in supply right now. Keep in mind he does have that turret right there. Okay, nice. Well done. Couple overlords. He's actually anticipating you gonna mute him. Look at that. And you want to move out. Roach. Okay, so it's up to you if you go to the third or the natural. You can figure it out. He might expect you to go to the third, or he might expect you to go for the natural. It's hard to say. While you're doing this, make a couple of drones for your third base. Okay. Queen injects before you check. Okay, cool. Okay, just move back. Yeah, that's not gonna win you. Want to start +2 armor? And more roaches. Also transfer a couple of the drones from your main towards the third. And you also want to move that spine to your third. And make only roaches because he's moving. Put us 2 queens from the natural as well as the spine to the third. Okay, roach. Cool. Ooh. Transfuse. Roach. Okay, exactly what I was talking about right there. That's why you want to save energy. Okay, got to get those injects done though. And it's actually pretty even in economy right here. His macro has just been slightly better once more, so he's a little bit up. He's about 10 supply up, but that can quite easily change. So that's cool. But that was already like very well done. Smart little move right there. Ooh, sneaky. Oh, no, you probably don't. No, that's not gonna win. Okay, I want to make just a whole lot of units. In general, setting back in ZVZ is the way to go. Like, attacking is pretty risky, but you might want to move out as soon as +2/+2 finishes. Okay, just try and make as many units as possible. And move out as soon as +2 armor finishes in a little bit. Or defend right here. You always want to set up a concave in advance though. So set a couple of units right there. And maybe move the spine crawler even forward a little bit. Okay, cool. Concaves are basically like the biggest deal ever. So we'll have a whole lot of roaches. Well done. And you want to move out right now with your +2 attack finishing up. Now you might want to make an overseer as well with this army. So... okay, cool. Okay, queen injects. Roaches. And try and get that position at the third base. He's been defending his natural too hard. So try and make sure you get a good position right here. Oh. Always attack move. Roaches. Attack move. Very well done. It's the power of upgrades, man. I think it's just barely not gonna be enough though. Yeah. Just pull back. Inject in the main, yeah. So you see how your roaches, or like your minerals and your gas are being spent much easier? Oh, you're losing a couple of roaches free. Yeah. And at these sort of moments, you might want to take another gas, guys, or a macro hatchery. It's up to you, but... This guy is rank 8 or rank 8 diamond, isn't he?
I don't know.
Oh. I do.
Okay.
It's very nice. You inject. It's crazy to imagine you were silver last like season, man. Okay. Ooh, are we risking it? Are we risking it? Okay, well, you might want to give it a try, but... Gotta make sure he doesn't take a fourth, though. Okay. So you really need to work on that engagement. I can't really help you with that too much. You basically want to try and, you know, box your unit in a way that you get a big surface area on these roaches, so you get a big concave, but there's no magic rule for that. Okay. Ooh, ooh. Like that, yes, exactly. Oh, and attack move, attack move. Sweet. Queen inject. And reinforce, reinforce. Good. Actually not sure who's gonna win that, man. I think the Hydras might just be a bit too strong, which actually ahead in supply. Roaches, roaches, roaches. You won. Okay, go to his third. And try and get that position at the bottom of his ramp. Ooh, okay, you might want to move into the natural instead, yeah. Spine Imba. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay. So right now both of you are pretty much maxed out, which is always a bit of an awkward situation. These are the moments where you can start thinking about getting a fort base and potentially go for Hydras or Infestors, it's up to you.
Mineral field depleted.
It's all gonna come down to the engagement though. Ooh, you can try and sneak up there if you're really, really quick, but that's a risky move though. Try and hit these queen injects, good. And you want to move a couple of these drones from your main base to your third base and start a fourth. Okay, start more gas geysers there too soon. Guess you're gonna run out soon. Okay, you definitely want to force some sort of engagement though, because else it gets too tricky. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Best strategy, man. Don't look at the fight. So we can't be hurt. Roaches, roaches, roaches. Yeah, that fight was not exactly what we wanted.
Yeah.
Anyway, we do have a fort going up. He doesn't. Oh, watch your roaches, watch your roaches. You might want to think about going for fungal soon too, but...
Yeah, it's just...
Oh, you're getting it. Oh, okay, cool.
some justice.
Okay, nice. Sorry, I didn't see that.
Oh.
Ooh, watch your third. That's a nice position you're fighting in right there. I think he might just have a bit too much stuff, but... Definitely want to get these gas guys just going though, at your third. Yeah, I think he just barely has too much. Yeah, that's just gonna be it. Like that was already a very well played game, to be honest. Like this guy is pretty much, like you said, you know, like a league higher than you. And I thought you were gonna win right there for a second, but the engagement weren't as ideal as you would have liked. But that was still very well played. That was cool though. Do you have any questions about it at all, or is it all?
No.
It's good though. You pretty much look like you went from like, you know, low diamond to like low master.
Okay.
The one thing you might want to work on though is the engagement.
Yeah.
And I don't really know exactly how I can explain like Roach v Roach battles the best, but most of the time what seems to help is that you kind of imagine how you want the fight to be going. So, you know, you sort of prepare for that in advance, meaning that you sort of fight in a line already when you move in, instead of like having your roaches in one big ball. Does that make any sense whatsoever?
Yeah.
So you basically, before the fight happens, you already decide how you want the fight to go, and you box your unit up like that.
Okay.
And honestly, that's just a matter of practice. Like, if you do that a whole lot of times, at some point you exactly know how the roach AR works, and you know how your roaches are gonna work, like gonna walk into that fight. Like that guy was definitely better than players you are probably facing. He's actually ranked 19 diamond right there, which is pretty damn solid. But I think if you just practice it a whole lot more, you should have a really good time, at least in low diamond for sure, at winning this. Especially if you're gonna be facing like the link bailing attacks that you were saying, you know, like with the early Zerg scout and the spine. Other than that, if you ever have any questions, feel free to just send me a message on Skype. You got my Skype right there. Or if you have like a replay that you really want me to take a look at,
Okay.
just let me know.
Yeah.
And I'm very curious if you will get to master in this season. Man.
I don't think so.
I mean, you went from silver to diamond already, and the season, it didn't even start that long ago, only like 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I think it would be possible. Hello everyone, my name is Lowko, and welcome to a new StarCraft II Heart of the Swarm video. Today we're gonna be focused